Hello and welcome to the round 4 review for SuperCoach 2022. We scored 2,113, a top 25% score, bringing us up to season rank 39,334. A big rank jump, 5,000 plus spots in the rank. So not too bad, but it's not going to cut the mustard. I'm pretty dissatisfied with that at this point of the season. But I do have some very aggressive trade plans that I'm really considering this week. Maybe they're brave, maybe they're stupid, I'm not quite sure. But seeing where we are at the moment, it's high risk, high reward. It's either going to work or it's not. At least we tried something, but I'll talk you guys through that later on in the video. Did get a couple of wins though. Look at the draft here. Just snapped the DR's rusty spoons. It's a bit stiff. 2070 to 2025. So that was a really strong victory. I needed some big players to step up today in the Geelong Hawthorn game, and a player that I do own in my draft is Jeremy Cameron, who kicked 7 goals and absolutely put on a clinic. So, and Will Day as well. So a couple positives there, get me over the line. And I think I'm sitting equal first with AFL Draft Expert, maybe second behind him, but going really strong. So that's a small win there. But Classic's pretty ordinary. We'll have a look at the side, and I'll talk you guys through how we actually went this week. And I don't think we went that well at all, to be honest. Not many players went over the ton. One player that did go over the ton was a rookie that I traded in this week. I'll talk you through that. How shit odd is that? But yeah, everything else kind of just failed, didn't it? So when it decides to load, we'll have a look at it. I've got a lot of things running at the moment. I'm downloading something on Xbox, so yeah, it's pretty bloody slow internet, I'm not going to lie. Gee, that's shocking. Alright, so we finally loaded in. I'm not really sure what's going on with my internet at the moment, but yeah, look, in defence, Nick Dacos, really solid. Really should have VC'd him. I don't know why I didn't. I had the VC on him most of the week, but I got cold feet late. I'm not really sure why. I didn't go through with it, and I just wish I did, which sucks a little bit, but for now on, I think he's in the discussion for VC captaincy this week. Matter of fact, I've already thought about it. I'm gonna captain him this week. Plays, I'm not sure who it is actually. St Kilda, which would be a real testament for the Saints and Adelaide Oval. Really big open space for him to run around. So I really like that. I like to see on him. It looks pretty, and yeah, we'll progress from there. Doherty can piss off. Jimby, pretty ordinary score. You can't really expect too much from a rookie. Very highly owned as well. Not going to hurt you too much. Don't trade him out. He'll bounce back and he'll make us a lot of money. Connor McKenna, 86. That's pretty solid, isn't it? Shame on anyone that missed him as a rookie. I think he's definitely a must-have. He's going to make some really good money. And Max Michelini, oh wow, that was solid, wasn't it? How good was that game? I was out of my seat on Saturday watching that performance. Just took intercepts, rebounded, tackled, did everything. And what a bloody rookie. I mean, he's one of the only players in my team that actually turned up, and he's a rookie. It just doesn't make any sense. I jumped on him at 180k. I wanted Will Phillips, but to get LUU in, I needed, otherwise I would have been fielding straight up a Cowan or a Chesser. I wouldn't have had that loophole luxury of Wilmot. I would have just had to straight up field. So faded Phillips for Michelini. And it worked out. So yeah, you take the small wins. And speaking of small wins, a 51 over a 50. I mean, you take it. It's not too bad. Midfield. So Laird was the captain. And I'm pretty happy he's not in orange at the moment because, yeah, that hurt. I don't think I've had a captaincy over 114, which was Laird's captain last week. What a horrible run of captaincy options I've had. 4 consecutive weeks of terrible captains, and they've all been reliable, like VC and Dacos last week for a bloody sub 110. I mean, Laird has been shit. Bonapelli has been in there, but also scoring shit. You'll see my other VC momentarily, but that's probably what's hurting me the most. I think I can respond from that. But yeah, just a bit average. But Bonapelli did bounce back in the wet. Richmond gave him no attention whatsoever. Yeah, just had a free run at it, let's be honest. And LDU was a great pick. Only scored the 102, which is really good. But he's nearly 600k. This is why I jumped on. He went from 550 to 594 in 1 week. So you just got to get on these sort of blokes, otherwise they're out of reach. And we've learnt that with the likes of English and Oliver, 2 players I don't have. So I'm not missing this one, no way. He did tail off a little bit in the second half, obviously because Carlton got a bit of a run on it. The forwards started firing, and not much opportunity for North players not having possession. So 102 is fine with me. Tom Green, I went to this game. He was a lot better than a 99, but you take that. Probably not going to involve him in a captaincy option anytime soon. But just solid. He was really good contested-wise. Maybe just turn it over a little bit. Setterfield, solid. Hopper, not his best work, but he's going to still make us a fair bit of money. Ashcroft has just been a consistent, reliable rookie. Hasn't set the world on fire as of yet. We're still waiting for a real breakout game, like a 35 disposal, like what Sheasel's been doing. But I'm sure Ashcroft's time will come. He's been really nice. Mackenzie, was a tough day for the Hawks, so they provided a really solid contest early, and I actually thought they were a sneaky chance to win at quarter time. I thought, like challenge along here, but they just gone and run the Cats, and in the wet were the better team and had a negative impact on a lot of the Hawks players. Unfortunately for us, Cam Mackenzie was one of them. Baker Davey, I guess it's all right. Davey's in 2 minds, I think. I watched him quite closely yesterday, and I was a little bit disappointed. Is he going to have a shot goal, or is he going to pass it off? I don't think he's ready. You see all these rookies that some of them have to really work for their spot. Sometimes it takes them quite a fair bit to come out, and once they do, they progress. I think Davey has been handed his spot on a platter. Like, look at Sam Darcy and Jamara. I know they're sort of key players, but the Dogs, they make their rookies earn their spot. Like my man from Sandhurst, Harvey Gallagher, he's a very good player. He'd be someone that's very relevant in the future, but I don't think he'll play this year. Just the Bulldogs are a prime example of making players work for their spots, and I don't think the Bombers are making Davey work. He's just debuted round 1, hasn't been dropped, and honestly, he's not really in the best form. I wouldn't be surprised if he was on the chopping block. So, as a supporter, it's a bit frustrating because you expect a little bit more from someone that's in the best 22. But at the moment, I don't think he is. So, just a little rant from myself there. But, not really sure about Davey. I think he's going to make some money, but just in general as a player, going to be a star. But I think he might have to play a few VFL games, get a taste of that, get his confidence up in the VFL, and then maybe play later on the year. That's just what I reckon. But not too bad, and Chess is just a dead rookie, might become a reliable loophole. We'll try him out eventually for some cash gen. We'll have got the rest of the team. I don't want to go, every single week I struggle with this thing. That's fine. Darcy and Rowan, I'm going to trade out this week. That's controversial, isn't it? Controversial. I've got a bloody expander in my mouth. There are certain words I can't pronounce. Apologies for that. If you've been following the channel, you know exactly what I'm on about. Obviously gapping my teeth, but these 2 blokes scored well, but I'm going to make a little bit of a structural change to my team, and I might burn to the ground, honestly, but I might rise up in the rankings. Who knows? We'll see what happens. And then you got the forward line, and straight away you can see this absolute dreadful VC. Why did I fade Dacos? I don't know why I did it. For like 4 days in a row, I had the VC on him, and I thought, I don't know, maybe I've been listening to DR a bit, but he was talking the lines up, which fair play to the man. They got the win, but I got a little bit comfortable with that, and threw all my eggs in the one basket with Dunkley. It should have just been a VC to Dacos, who's been playing the biggest junk seagull role I think I've ever seen in any game ever. So that was the wrong decision. Fading Dacos over Dunkley. I had Laird to fall back on, who you'd think at Adelaide Oval on a nice day against the Dockers would score well, but he was tagged quite heavily by Aish, which was very frustrating. But another captaincy clanger. I really want to respond this week. I think we will. Certainly, you got to get one right eventually, don't you? Taranto, that's a good score for him. But wet weather footy, contested, players like that thrive off those sort of conditions. Excuse me. Connor Rosie, 84, that's fine. Wasn't a high scoring game up in Sydney. It was a bit of a contested battle. Gordon did well, hitting his average. He's going to be really nice for us, I think. Zeeble, solid, and Sheasel, what do I say? He's probably a keeper, isn't he? I can't wait for he and Zeeble to get defensive DPP so I can flick him down back, honestly. It's been a bit of a pain, but those two are really nice highlights of this side. Zeebel's still a little bit of a pod, so I like that. Sheasel, the opposite of a pod. I think he's the highest owned player in Supercoach history, sitting at just under 80%. He and Ashcroft, absolutely absurd. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. I haven't spoke all day, so bear with me. And rookies in forward, really nice. 88 from Radaglia, who was intercepting everything. I mean, Hawthorn just threw it just on the boot inside 450. Clangers, yeah. Players like Radaglia will benefit from that. And he did. So I was going to trade him this week, but because of that score, I think there's a little bit more in his price to go up. And the same can be said with Fergus Green. So my trade plans have changed a little bit. And speaking of which, let's get straight into them. So here's what I'm thinking. So Darcy, Doherty, Marshall out for English, Dawson, and Ryan. So Samson Ryan would be my current R2, but with the ability and the flexibility to loophole Radaglia with Madden at the same time. This is probably a risky thing to do, but with the news of Tom Lynch probably going to miss at least a week or two for that cowardly bump on Alex Keefe, and poor Nane Curvis has gone in for surgery on what looks like another syndesmosis injury, very popular for the ruckman. So I think Samson Ryan is going to get a little bit of time in the ruck for the next few weeks. And even when Lynch does come back, he might pinch it in the ruck down forward like Tommy Hawkins does. But as their number one ruckman, I think Ryan's the guy for at least the amount of time Nankervis is away from the side. If you're a Nankervis owner, really unfortunate for you because he's playing some sort of season. He's top 10 for averages in 2023 so far. So it looks absurd on paper, but realistically, I think it's a pretty good move. And what it does, it allows me to get Tim English, who just scored another, look at that, 145. That's a bullshit score. That is a bullshit average for a player that I don't have in my team. I mean, bloody Shrek's been dominating the last couple of weeks. Really good. Can't take anything away from the man. But it's not enough. It's not going to do it for us. It's really unfortunate. I'm losing 30 points every single week there. And then Rowan Marshall's a highly popular pick, which is probably going to hurt. But he's my only avenue. He's solid. He's all right. But I think Ryan can get pretty close to what Marshall is scoring. I think we can get some nice 70 to 80s out of Ryan in the next few weeks. And then Marshall has the capacity to dominate and get 140s, which might hurt me. But I'm literally trading in Jordan Dawson as well, who just come off for 170. So good luck getting him in the next couple of weeks. And he's the perfect avenue to get rid of Sam Doherty, who's averaging 70. So, look, I don't know about this trade. Trading out me 2 premium ruckman for the clear R1 of the competition, and then a rookie who's had a price change, but look, a little bit like Michelini last week. I think you can jump on. It's not too late. The ship certainly hasn't sailed. The DPP is beautiful, and the role is spectacular. He is Richmond's R1 for the next month or two even. So I like this trade, and Dawson, I mean, he's a pest kick in the competition. 28 disposals Dawson had, 92% effective. He scored 175, I'm pretty sure, pushing 180. And he's the reason that my draft team got up. It's not letting me save these trades. The internet's cooked. I've had some problems with the Wi-Fi. I'm trying to download stuff on my Xbox. So my hotspot's connected to my laptop and the Xbox. But here we go, finally. So yeah, this is what we're going to do. And the remaining salary of 189k is going to be very handy coming into upgrade season. So this is a risky thing to do, and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. But because I'm ranked like just under 40,000th, I think I'm in a position where I can start doing some risky stuff. It's all or nothing. This is either going to work or it's not. My team could going to shambles, or Ryan could be a really nice on-field rookie, and I've got probably the two. I mean, English is R1, and I think Dawson's D1. So that's a prime example of how important it is to get these blokes in. The only one I'm missing is the M1 in Clayton Oliver. But once upgrade season starts, we'll jump on him ASAP. But I like this for now. It's risky, but I think it can work. And if it does work, I'll be back in the game. But if not, well, I'll be zoning out of Classic and focusing 100% on draft. But yeah, I don't know. Can you hear your guys' thoughts on this? I like it, but we'll see how we go. Look at these scores. That's unbelievable. Both of these blokes are going to be impossible to trade in 2 weeks' time. So may as well do it now. I know that doesn't look appealing, does it? 47 average from Ryan, but he's the man now. He's going to get all the junk time. So yeah, it'll be nice. But look, I end it here, guys. Hope your team's doing really well. No doubt it's probably going better than mine. It's a pretty dreary sort of Monday night for me. Long weekend's over. Back to work tomorrow. SuperCoach is going pretty average, so we're looking forward to making some bold sacrifices and moving forward for the year. Hopefully we can come good. So hopefully you guys are going all right. Got the Saw Play podcast on tomorrow. Special guest Shorty. So that'll be really good. Can't wait to have heaps of banter. So yeah, jump on DR's channel and check that one out, which will be uploaded in the next day or so. But for now, take it easy, look after yourselves, and as always, we'll see you guys in the next video.